Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In our today lecture, that is interview series 4, we will study about static, limiting and kinetic friction. Also we will discuss what is the angle of friction and angle of repose. So let's start. Difference between static, limiting and kinetic friction. Limiting friction is the maximum static friction beyond which body starts moving. It is the maximum friction force. Actually, when you try to move some object by applying a force to it, what resists this movement is called static friction. Maximum value of the applied force that doesn't start motion is called limiting friction. Okay. When force is higher than object starts moving, and static friction is replaced by kinetic friction. Okay, so there are three stages of frictions. One is static friction, when you applying a force on a body and it resists your force. Okay, then this is static. Static friction will develop. But if you are at the limit, okay, beyond that, if the body is on limit, limit means it's at maximum limit beyond which it will start motion. So this is the limiting friction. And when the body starts motion, okay, so it is kinetic friction. Now angle of friction. The minimum angle of incline for which a body placed on it just starts sliding without any external force is called angle of friction. Angle of friction is the angle between normal force and the resultant between the normal friction force. And the angle of friction is defined in the context of motion on an inclined body. And it is the engineering property of rigid bodies. Okay, so angle of friction is the definition of angle of friction is that it is the minimum angle of incline, okay, for which a body placed on it just starts sliding without any external force. That is angle of friction. Now what is the angle of repose? It is the steepest angle at which a sloping surface formed of loose material is stable. Basically, angle of repose is an engineering property of granular material. For you can see here, for sand it is 35 degree, for coarse sand it is 40 degree, and for granular pebbles it is 45 degree. So it means that fine sand can develop the angle of repose up to 35 degree only. After that this slope will collapse, and coarse aggregate will resist up to 40 degree. After that its slope will collapse. So this was all about static friction, limiting friction and kinetic friction, also about angle of repose and angle of friction. Thanks for watching.